Most of us are conditioned to pursue a linear life. That is, finish school, find a stable job, build a predictable career, start a family, retire, and avoid unnecessary risks. This path is built on certainty, routine, and the pursuit of perfection. You know, now, while there's nothing inherently wrong with it, living outside this framework by embracing uncertainty often creates a life that feels far richer. It feels more deeper and more expansive. It can feel as though you have lived several lifetimes within one. You know, uncertainty exposes you to experiences that certainty rarely permits. When you willingly step into the unknown, you encounter different cultures, identities, careers, relationships, failures, and perspectives. You're constantly required to adapt, to relearn, and to redefine yourself. You know, a linear life tends to reinforce one identity, while an uncertain life repeatedly transforms it. And each major transition feels like the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. You know, you are no longer the same person who started the journey, because every unknown changes you. Over time, these transformations accumulate until looking back feels like remembering several different versions of yourself rather than one continuous story. You know, the goal is not to reject stability, but to recognize that certainty often preserves who you are, while uncertainty reveals who you can become. Growth rarely follows a straight line. It unfolds through detours, unexpected opportunities, setbacks, and discoveries that could never have been planned. You know, psychologically, embracing uncertainty develops adaptability, resilience, and cognitive flexibility. Instead of relying on predictable outcomes, the mind learns to tolerate ambiguity and respond creatively to change. This continuous adaptation accelerates personal development. You accumulate a wider range of experiences, emotional capacities, and perspectives than someone who rarely leaves familiar territory. It is not necessarily that more time has passed, but that more life has been lived within that time. You know, spiritually, uncertainty invites surrender. It teaches that life is not something to be perfectly controlled, but something to be consciously experienced. Every unknown becomes an opportunity to deepen trust, humility, and most importantly, presence. So rather than seeing uncertainty as an obstacle, it becomes a teacher. Each unexpected turn expands awareness and dissolves the illusion that growth must follow a predetermined path. You know, in short, living a life that embraces uncertainty often feels like living multiple lifetimes because it repeatedly reshapes who you are. It cultivates resilience and adaptability. It replaces the pursuit of perfection with the practice of presence. A linear life measures its progress by predictable milestones, while a life that embraces uncertainty measures its richness by transformation. You know, in the end, the deepest life is not always the longest. It is often the one that allowed itself to become many different lives before it was over. You know, my people, hail! Hail!